Hey everyone, I haven't seen you guys since last year. Yes, I recycled that joke from my monthly video I just did. But seriously though, I remember 2023 like it was yesterday. Anyways, what's up everybody? Of course, new weekly update from yours truly. Yes, this is coming out about a day later than what I like to normally put them out. I usually like to put them out on Sundays. It's Monday for me at the moment. By the time I get around to putting this out, it might actually be Tuesday for me. But I'm recording it on Monday though. So, if this is your first time watching one of these, what I'd like to do, I'd like to update everyone on what PlayStation games I've been playing and what trophies I earned while playing them. And then I'd like to update everyone on what I plan to be doing, the next coming up week or so. So if that sounds interesting to you, feel free to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and hopefully, hit that notification bell so hopefully these videos will be recommended out to you every week. I know YouTube notifications could be kind of finicky, mine are, so, but hopefully you'll get recommended these videos every week. So let's jump on in with the update. First of all, I hope you all had a great new year, a happy, safe new year. And I hope, 2024 is good for you. I hope you had a good 2023. On with the update. First up, I played a game called What Remains of Edith Finch. And I got this game with Plus quite a while back. I want to say maybe like 2 years ago, maybe longer. And I saw that they had a PS5 version, so I played the PS5 version instead. Not too bad of a little game. Kind of some people I guess would call it like a walking simulator. You walk around from points to points to try to figure out, what's happened to all the people who have lived in that house, the Finch family. Apparently they have like some sort of, I don't know if I want to say a curse, but they all have bad luck, I guess you should say. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. And it took me a while to get into it, but yeah, not too bad. Not too bad of a little game. I enjoyed it for what it was. Next up was a game I played was Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, a TellTale series. Funnily enough, I was actually wanting the Square Enix version of Guardians of the Galaxy because I've heard very good things about that game from quite a few people. And so I saw it was on sale for like $14.99, and even then I think that's what it's on sale for digitally right now and on disc. So I was gonna go buy that on disc, but when I got there, they gave me this version instead, and I didn't even realize it until I got home. But I was like, oh well, let's try this version out. I do like Telltale games, so I tried it out. It's not too bad. It's pretty fun. It takes a little while to get going, and I wasn't too big of a fan of all the infighting. I get that that's what Guardians of the Galaxy is. It's they're a band of strange misfits who have no right of being friends because they're also weird. But I guess that I get it. But like I said, I wish there was a little bit more camaraderie, kind of like the movies had. But it was a fun game, and it kind of falls into the Telltale bane of once you're finally getting like familiar with these characters and getting attached to these characters. That's kind of like when the game ends and you don't want it to end. You're like, ah, oh, I'm finally getting attached to these characters. I'm like understanding, their personalities, and then it ends. So, I kind of didn't want it to be over when it was finally over. But yeah, it is what it is. I would rank it up there. My personal favorite Telltale games out of all the ones I've played has been Batman. They're Batman games. I would rank this probably up there. Probably like Tales of the Borderlands if you played that one. I'd probably like rank it about the same enjoyment as that one. So if you like Tales from the Borderlands, you'd probably like this one. I'd probably put that like kind of in the middle-ish of their games. Not the worst they've done, but not the best. I hear Wolf Among Us is a lot of people's favorites, but I haven't played that one yet. Next game I played was Terminator Resistance Enhanced Edition for the PS5. It's taking place while they're fighting Skynet in the year 2185 or 2085. I don't know, somewhere in there, somewhere in the future where they're fighting Skynet. And, it's before they find out that they're sending Terminators back in time. And then you kind of find that out towards the end. So, it kind of sets up for the movies, because they talk about how they sent 3 Terminators back in time. Of course, they talk about the T-800 Arnold Schwarzenegger that they sent back in time to kill John Connor's mom. And then, of course, they talk about how they sent T-1000 to kill John Connor himself. And then they talk about how they sent back their programmed Terminator to save John Connor. All that good stuff. I'm sure you've all seen the movies, so that's probably nothing spoilerific for you. If you haven't seen Terminator 1 or 2, I highly recommend it, but I'm sure pretty much all of you have. Terminator 2 is pretty much the only movie that I would rate a 10 out of 10, believe it or not. So, yeah, it's a fun game. It takes, again, this game takes a little while to get going. At first, I was kind of bored with it, but it really does pick up, and by the time it ended, I was really enjoying it. So, yeah, if you're a fan of the first two movies, I would highly recommend it. And then I started the DLC, which is called the Annihilation Line, I do believe, and I only got the first two trophies in that, and I'm hoping to 100% that in the coming up days, but more of that a little bit later. Now, look at my trophies percentages. I can't really talk about much because what opinions of Edith Finch was at 0. I haven't had it started, and that went to 100. Same with Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Terminator Resistance is sitting at a 90%. I did platinum it, of course, which was my last platinum of 2023. I'm kind of glad that I was able to platinum my Terminator game. It was my last game of a year. Fun game, too. And I'm hoping to get the 100%, like I said. So hopefully next week, this 90 will turn into 100. We shall see. My trophy stats. My trophy level is now at 555, which is an increase of 2 from when I did this video last week. 2 trophy levels. My overall trophies is now at 14,269, which is an increase of 73 trophies. My platinums is now at 160, which is an increase of 3. Of course, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Remains of Edith Finch and Terminator Resistance were the 3. My golds is now 1,132, which is an increase of 23 from last week. My silvers is at 2,653, which is an increase of 18. And my bronzes is now sitting at 10,324, which is an increase of 29 trophies. 29 bronze trophies, of course, that is. My games played is now at 674, which is an increase of 3. Again, the 3 games I platinumed, or the 3 games. My games completed is at 158, which is an increase of 2. Once I get the Terminator 100%, that should go back up to 159. Well, go back up to 3. You know what I mean. It will go to 3, like my platinums. And my overall trophy percentage, my average completion percentage is at 53.75%, which is an increase of 0.22% from last week. My unearned trophies is at 11,371, which is an increase of 7. I'm guessing I'm missing 7 Terminator trophies. That's the only thing I can think of. I guess I'm missing 7 of the DLC trophies. I don't know. My trophies per day is at 2.56, which is an increase of 0.1, so it actually went up again. I have a feeling this is going to be the last time it goes up. Maybe not. It might go up one more time before it probably starts plummeting. We'll see how that goes. And then my world rank is at 17,025 right now, which is an increase of 302. My bad, which is an increase of 239 spots from when I did this video last week. And my country rank of USA is currently sitting at 3,655, which is an increase of 63 spots, better by 63 spots than when I did this video last week. Okay, when I did this video podcast, I forget that I put these out as podcasts as well. Sorry, podcast fam, podcast listeners. I always think that everyone's watching these on YouTube or on Spotify, where you can view these as video there as well. So, my plans for this coming up week, my plans for this coming up year, since it's the first of 2024, I have dubbed this the year of the RPG for myself, because I'm planning on playing a lot of RPG games. RPGs are my favorite genre of video game. I'd say probably first-person shooters, probably like second, and then adventure games like Uncharted would be like probably a close third. But RPGs have been my favorite genre for a very long time. As early as like the Pokemon days, and heck, if you want to go back even earlier, games like Final Fantasy on regular and Super Nintendo, like Legends of Zelda, heck, even that Super Mario RPG that was on the Super Nintendo, all those games, great fun. RPGs have been my favorite genre of video game for quite a while, and there's a lot of them I have on my backlog that I have purchased but haven't played yet. And another reason is because, let's face it, Baldur's Gate 3 took Game of the Year pretty much everywhere this year. Or, well, I guess I should say last year now. For 2023, it took Game of the Year pretty much everywhere. Even before that, I was hearing a ton of people say nothing but great things about it. And so I was like, I want to play Baldur's Gate 3, damn it. So that's why I decided to focus on RPGs this year. I'm not going to start with Baldur's Gate 3. I'm actually going to work my way into it because I haven't bought Baldur's Gate 3 yet. So I'm actually going to work on games that are in my backlog first. And believe it or not, I'm actually thinking about playing Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 before I play 3. I know you don't have to, because Baldur's Gate 3 does not take place like directly after Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I hear it takes place, I want to say, several years, like 100+ years afterwards of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. It's just second place in the same like universe, of course. And second place is like you get to find out how the story or how the world kind of unfolded after the events of those games. So I know you don't have to play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, but I've heard that both those games are great games too. I've always heard that, even way back when. It's just I never got around to playing them because back then I was not playing PC games like at all, and I don't think they released them on consoles originally. I know they released the Dark Alliance, is that what they're called? Dark Alliance games, but never like the original. So I was like heavily in, even though I've always had like a gaming PC, may not always been up to date, like with playing the newest games in the highest settings, but I've always had a gaming PC. It's just sometimes I don't get into PC gaming and I'm just focused on console gaming, and that's kind of what happened when Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 came out. So I've always heard those are great games, and I've never played the Dark Alliance games either, and I've always heard that those are really fun. So I actually plan on playing a lot of those games. If you want to hear a full list of the games I'm thinking about playing, you can check out my podcast. I recently talked about podcasts on Spotify. It's called BloodyTheSky Trophy Hunter. If you don't already know, just search for it on Spotify. I'm assuming most people listen to their podcasts on Spotify, or at least have a Spotify account, or have Spotify on their phone or whatever. Or if you don't, you can also find it on Google Podcasts. There's a few other places, not Apple though. But so check Google Podcasts or Spotify. You should be able to find it. I have a podcast exclusive episode that I go full into the games I'm planning on playing and all that good stuff. I will mention that I plan on starting with getting the Like a Dragon, the Yakuza Like a Dragon Platinum right here. As you see, I'm 91%. I'm actually one trophy away. I'm on the gold trophy. All I gotta do is beat the true final Millennium Tower, and then I'll have that platinum. But first, I don't know if I'll get the 100% to Terminator first before I do that. But then after that, I plan on playing Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I do believe that's how you say it, Deus Ex, right? I do plan to play that because I played Human Revolution on the PS3 a while back, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping that I will enjoy Mankind Divided because I think it's a direct sequel. Because I know I have started it. I played it for maybe like 5 minutes, and they tell you like what happened in Human Revolution. So I'm hoping that I'll enjoy it as much as I did Human Revolution, if not more. That'd be nice. I already own all the DLCs to it as well, so that should take me some time. Then next up is going to be Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, aka Like a Dragon 8, aka Yakuza Like a Dragon 2. There's so many different games, so many different names that game could have. So that comes out on January 26th. So that's going to be my next one. If I have some time in between beating Deus Ex and before Like a Dragon 8 comes out, I might either play that Vikings game. I'll play a little bit of on stream if some of y'all remember that. I might go back to that because I never did beat it. I might play some more of that. Maybe probably play it some more on stream. We shall see. And then from there, it's a toss-up. I got games like Persona 3, 4, and 5 on the list. And I got games like the Technomancer and Greedfall on that list. So I don't, in Skyrim and Fallout 4, even though I've started those, I plan to go back and platinum them finally. So, like I said, after Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, I'm not too sure where I'll go with it. But like I said, I'm planning on sticking pretty heavily to the RPGs. It's not going to be the only type of game I play. I'm still going to probably play some shooters here and there. Probably going to play some adventure games here and there. Especially if they give out games that I've been looking forward to with Plus. Like, for example, Rogue Legacy 2. I really enjoyed Rogue Legacy 1, but I've been holding off on buying Rogue Legacy 2 because I'm thinking maybe they'll give that away with Plus, because they did give the first one away with Plus. So if they did give out Rogue Legacy 2, I'd probably play some of that. But Rogue Legacy 2 kinda is RPG-ish. It's like a rogue-like or a rogue-lite. I'm not too sure which one it is, but it's kind of like that with mixed with RPG elements. So, I guess it's more still kind of RPG-ish. And heck, like I said, I'm going to 100% this Terminator game. I was hoping to 100% it before the end of the year, but I kind of took my time of playing it. I could have blew through it quicker, but I'm not that kind of gamer. I'm the kind of gamer that always likes to do all the side stuff, even though you don't have to in that Terminator game, and I like to look and scavenge everywhere, like, again, even though you don't have to. So I could have done it, but like I said, I really like to play games like that. So, but Terminator does have some RPG kind of elements. You are role playing as a resistant soldier named Jacob, and the game takes place, I'm pretty sure, 100% in first person. So even when you're getting thrown around by Terminators, it's all first person. So, and you can pick choices and have people trust you. So it has leveling up and skill points and XP you earn. So it is kind of RPG-ish in a way. A lot of games have RPG elements now in a way when it comes to like leveling up and having skill points and stuff like that. So yeah, so my plans are this week 100% Terminator Resistance, and then start Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Other than that, it's a toss up. My dad and I, we still got some co op games we can play that are RPGs. We're still working on Diablo 4. We still have the Van Helsing games we could play. We bought all 3 of them already. We've started the first one, but haven't touched 1 or 2 or 3 yet. We can always go back to Chaos Spain. We never platinum that. We can always go back to Torchlight 2. We never platinum that. So there's a lot of RPGs we can play co-op as well, but I don't know if he's going to want to play them. So I'll still play whatever games he's up for co-op, so they might not be RPGs as well. And you might be saying, BloodyTheSky, you're going to platinum all those RPGs? My answer is no. No, I'm not. I have no plans. I probably won't even platinum half of them. I'm just going to be playing them for fun, playing them because I love RPGs, and just getting what I can trophy-wise. I'm still a trophy hunter, so I'm still going to try to get all the trophies that don't sound too annoying to me. But like Deus Ex, for example, they have trophies like go through the entire game without killing anybody, go through the entire game without setting off any alarms, go through the entire game, and it's like, no, thank you. So, yeah, if you look at it, it has a pretty low completion percentages on PSN profiles. So that tells you how annoying it is, because PSN profiles completion percentages are usually pretty high because, let's face it, a lot of trophy hunters put their profiles on there, which make the numbers, pretty high. Most average Joe gamers aren't going to bother putting their profiles on psnprofiles.com. Because I'm going to be playing RPGs, like I said, let's face it, RPGs are time consuming. They usually take 100 plus hours if you want to platinum. They usually take multiple playthroughs if you want to platinum them. Like I said, I don't plan on platinuming all of them. I don't even plan to platinum about half of them. So we'll see how it goes. But because of that, I think my trophies per day is going to go down. I think my world and country ranks are going to go back up. Again, these are things I don't really care about. It's just I see my trophies slowing way down. That's why I've been playing a lot of quicker games lately. So we'll see how the numbers go with that. Also, this late spring / early summer, Blizzard says they want to come up with Cataclysm Classic. And I actually got Cataclysm and Wrath of the Lich King mixed up, so I probably will play some Cataclysm Classic. So that will also hurt my trophy gains as well. I'll try to come out with these still every week. Maybe if I don't earn any trophies, I might not. I might skip a week if I didn't earn any trophies, but hopefully I'll still earn a couple trophies. I'm just probably not going to be earning as many as I have been lately. My 90s, 80s, 70s, heck, this week I earned 73 it was. Yeah, that's probably going to stop. I'm probably going to go back down to earning 10s and 20s. So, and if I do go back to World of Warcraft Classic, I'll probably earn 2, 3, 4, if any, a week. I remember I was playing some World of Warcraft Classic back in, I think it was late 2022, early 2023, and I think I didn't earn any trophies a couple weeks there. So, I don't know, we'll see how that goes. If you want to be updated on my progress of how I'm doing of the year in RPG, of course, obviously, keep checking out these weekly videos, because that's where I'll be mentioning what I did for that week, and I'll mention if I beat a game or not, probably. I should, and you'll probably be able to tell by the trophies I earned. And then another way is keep me, maybe follow me on Twitter or X or whatever the hell it's called nowadays. I'll probably post on there when I've beaten a game and if I plan to platinum it or not. And then I'll probably talk about how I'm going to go into the next game. And then I'll probably talk about when I beat the next game or platinum the next game. All that good stuff. So that's probably another way you can keep up to date on how my year of the RPG is going. I'm hoping it's fun. Like I said, RPGs have been my favorite genre of video game for a while now, and I haven't really deep dive into too many of them lately. So I'm hoping I have a good time. Well, that does it for me this week. I hope you all had a great, wonderful new year. Thanks for watching, everybody, or listening for those on podcast, and I hope you have a wonderful week.